video, let's take a look at this word problem. We have a financial planner who wants to invest a total of 8,000, some in stocks earning 15% and the rest in bonds earning 6% annually. He wants a return of $930 annually. So how much should he invest in each type? So let's just kind of organize our information here in a chart. So we'll do the rate here. So we'll do the 15% investment. Let's do that one first. And I'm going to change that rate from a percent to a decimal. So I'm going to take that decimal and I'm going to move it 2 places to the left. So I'm going to have a rate of 0.15. And then in our second column, let's do the amount invested. And for this one, let's just say that we invest X. Okay. And then we want the return. Now, in order to get the return column, we just multiply these two together. So I get 0.15x. All right, now let's do the same for our other investment type, which was the 6%. So I'm going to change its rate to a decimal. Looks like I'm going to need to add a 0 there. So I've got 0.06. Now, this is the tricky part, I think, in this type of problem. If we invest X dollars at 15% and we want to do 8,000 total, then I have to do 8,000 minus X in this category. See, I have to take whatever's left over in the 6% investment. So that's a little tricky part. Now, remember, we're going to multiply these together, but I want you to use a set of parentheses with this one. Okay. Now, these are our two returns. Okay, in that final column. Now, those two returns are what we want to total to be 930. So I'm going to take these two and add them together to get 930. Let's do that. I would get 0.15x plus 0.06 and then my parentheses, 8,000. And I want that to equal 930. Now, I'm going to deal with the decimals here in just a minute. I'm going to make that simpler for you. But what I want to do first is to distribute this 0.06 to the parentheses. Feel free to use a calculator with that 0.06 times 8,000. Okay, make it a little easier. It should be 480. And then we've got the minus 0.06x, and I want it to equal 930. Okay. Now, we can take these two that have x's with them and subtract. And again, if you want to use your calculator to check your decimals, please do that. 0.15x minus 0.06x. You can do 0.15 minus 0.06 in your calculator, and you get 0.09x plus the 480 equals 930. Okay. And now we have an equation that we can solve, right? Because we want to get the x by itself. We're going to do the opposite of adding 480. Well, the opposite of adding 480 is to subtract 480. Okay. And that leaves me with this 0.09x. My plus 480 and minus 480 cancel each other out. And I'm left with over here 450. Okay. Now, how do I get that 0.09 off of the x? Remember, it's being multiplied times the x. So we're going to do the opposite of multiplying by 0.09, and that is to divide by 0.09. So we'll do that on both sides, and we get that x equals 5,000. Again, do that calculation in your calculator. Now, here's the tricky part is what does that 5,000 mean? We'll go back to our chart and here's X. So that means I should do 5,000 at 15%. See, I want to write my answer back using the terminology or the parts of the problem that we needed to differentiate. So I'm going to have this guy should invest 5,000 at 15%. Okay. And if he does 5,000 15%, remember he wanted to do 8,000 total. So then he should invest the remainder, which is 3,000 at the 6%. Okay. So I hope this helps you. This is a very common problem where you have two different types of rates going on. You may see it with some kinds of mixtures. But I hope this helps you with the chart to organize the information to get you to that equation.